Good afternoon, students. How are you? I hope you are fair and square. What meaning of fair and square is there? Do you know the meaning of fair and square? Means, is everything fine and fair? Are you well in condition? This is the meaning of fair and square. So we generally ask, are you fair and square? Means, are you healthy and wealthy? Are you fit and fine? This is the meaning of fair and square. Students, generally we find that during the conversation we pronounce some wrong word, we tell some wrong word, we converse some wrong word. Grammatically, so many mistakes are there during the conversation. We speak, although we speak, and in speaking, common error is not a matter to be discussed. But as far correctness of the sentence is concerned, so definitely it has its own importance. It should be flawless. It must be less mistakes. It means what? Our sentence should be correct. As far structure is concerned, secondly for grammatical, there should be flawless. No error should be there in our conversation. In general conversation, we sometimes, due to lack of our knowledge, due to absence of several things, we are not aware about the correct use of the words, and generally we pronounce or generally we converse in a wrong manner. It is not the fault of the person, because this type of tendency is developed in our society, in our surrounding. People are used to such type of words. It is not your mistakes. I do not blame you, because you converse whatever you hear. So it is not your fault, but you know, a little knowledge is always a dangerous thing. So we should try to remove all the confusions and all the errors from time to time to make it perfect. So for this purpose, we should be aware of some common errors, and how can we remove those errors or mistakes from our conversation. This is the matter of discussion today, and we will discuss and focus on to those points, those sentences which are generally spoken wrongly. So, to avoid such mistakes, what to do? We would be aware of, or we must study further and in the depth of the subject. The more we study, the more we profound. Our depth of knowledge depends upon our studies. The more we study, the more we gain knowledge. So, try to remove a little knowledge. Try to have a complete knowledge. A little knowledge is always dangerous thing. In the same way as a person who is not efficient in medicine still practices in our society, and what happens? The treatment goes and the life of a patient goes in a danger zone. It is not the fault of medicine, it is the fault of the knowledge of that particular doctor who is not efficient into his profession. So day by day we try to remove all our mistakes, all our errors, and try to make it perfect. Try to make it flawless, faultless. This should be motto. If we follow this pattern, so definitely a day will come when we will have a complete command over our conversation. So let us discuss about some common errors which take place during our conversation in day-to-day life. Since these are popular, these are famous among us, so we try to follow, but we should follow those facts which are correct, which are flawless. So keeping this fact in mind, I have planned to discuss about some certain sentences, certain mistakes which generally we converse during our conversation. So let us see what type of words are there, which type of words are there. It is because of our absence of knowledge. So let us discuss one by one. You may observe a series of sentences are given here. It is the series of 40 sentences. 20 is here and 20 more sentences are there. So today we have to practice 40 sentences, and that will help at least to remove some of our confusions, some of our errors, and these are common errors. We must remove those common errors. Only then our conversation should be correct. So let us see what are those. Students, observe sentence number 1. What is sentence number 1? His forefathers were great men. What is spelling of for here? F-O-U-R. R is silent. We try to, if R is there, we try to just hide our pronunciation of R is silent here. Only we say four, not four. And the spelling of four is F-O-U-R. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fathers. Is it a correct sentence? The spelling of four, this four will not be there. The spelling of this four is F-O-R-E. So this one is incorrect word. In the place of this four, it should be F-O-R-E. His forefathers were great men. It is not F-O-U-R. What will be here? F-O-U-R is a wrong word. What to do? This would be removed. And what will be correct spelling? It will be F-O-R-E. It is F-O-R-E and dash is there. His forefathers were great men. It is the sentence. His forefathers were great men. Now consider about second sentence. Now see, he is given free boarding and lodging. Generally this type of mistakes is done by even most educated person. They talk about boarding and lodging. They converse about boarding and lodging charge. Is it correct? We do not add ing in board. Board is not a verb. It is a noun. Lodge is verb, and we can add ing only in verb, not in a noun. Lodge is a what? Noun. And lodge is verb and board is noun. In noun we do not add ing. It is not boarding. Ing should not be there, must not be there, not should not. What is correct one? Only it is what? Board, not a boarding. Boarding is always boarding and lodging. This one is wrong sentence. What is correct one? It is board and lodging. I think you may understand. We do not add ing in board because this one is noun. And what is lodge? Lodge is a verb and we can add here. What is correct sentence here? It is he is given free board and lodging. Now consider about sentence number 3. There is a bevy of boys. Do you know where do we use this bevy? Bevy represents a group, a large group. A bevy of boys. Is it correct here? A large group of what is bevy? It is the large group of girls or women or things of the similar kind. Once again, bevy means a large group of either girls or women or a thing of similar pattern or similar kind. For that purpose, this bevy is used. So bevy of boys is wrong word. What should be there? Either bevy of women or bevy of girls. Only for women and girls this word bevy is used. That's why bevy of boys is wrong. What should be there? It should be either girls or women. Bevy of either girls or women, not of boys. For boys, this bevy is not used. Only in the sense of girls and women, this bevy word is used. That's why bevy of boys is wrong. So which one is correct here? Bevy of girls oblique women. Bevy of girls or bevy of women. This is a correct English. Now consider about sentence number 4. The house is made of bricks. Generally we say our house is made of bricks. Is it a correct sentence? Not, certainly not. It must be made of brick, not of bricks. The house is made of brick. Not yes, it will be only brick, B-R-I-C-K, brick, not bricks. Generally during conversation we say the house is made of bricks, but it is a wrong sentence. What is correct sentence? The house is made of only brick, not bricks. Now go to next one. There is a crowd of grapes. For this purpose, for grapes, for keys, we use bunch, not a crowd. It is not here crowd. What will be there? What of grapes? So grapes is always followed by what? Bunch. A bunch of grapes. Here it is the mistake of collective noun, not of the crowd of grapes. It must be crowd of mob, crowd of people. But here it is grapes. And for collective noun, for grapes, it is always bunch. For grapes, as well as for keys. So bunch of keys, bunch of grapes, crowd of men, crowd of people. So here it is not crowd of grapes, It must be what? Bunch of bunch, bunch of crepes. This is correct one. See to next one. Sentence number 7. I enjoy free ship. This one is wrong one. Free ship means free studentship. I enjoy free ship means what? Free ship is not a word. I enjoy free, and this will be studentship, not free ship. Free student free ship is not a word. What is there? I enjoy free studentship. This is the correct one. Now go to further. Sentence number 8. Let us consider. Sentence number 8 tells, he has applied for lecturership. This type of mistakes is done by even most learned persons, most educated person. This type of mistakes and this type of lecturership. Is lecturership a right word? So certainly not. This is common error. Almost all the people try to say lecturership. Is lecturership right word? So certainly not. What is correct one? It is lectureship, not lecturership. It is lectureship. Lectureship is correct word. Lecturership is wrong word. What is the correct one? It is lecturer. So ER will be there. Lectureship. LECTUR. Lecture. SHIP. Lectureship. The correct is lectureship, not lecturership. This type of fault is done. Even the most educated person, they say lecturership. Is it a correct one? Certainly not. You should be aware. This one is lectureship, not lecturership. Now see sentence number 9. He does not like teachery as a profession. Teachery. Generally we say in our vocal language, we try to say during conversation to a person, generally we say he does not like teachery as a profession. Is teachery a profession here? Is teachery a kind of profession? Certainly not. This is a wrong one. Teachery is not suitable here. What is actual profession here? So teaching is a profession, not teachery. Generally, most of the candidates say like that. He doesn't like teachery as a profession. Teachery is not a word. As a profession, which word is most appropriate? So that is teaching, not teachery. So this will be removed from here, and what will be there? It is teaching. Teaching is a profession, so teachery word will not be there. What word will be there? Teaching as a profession. Now so next one, a house is beyond repairs. What type of mistakes is there? It is mistake in repairs. What should be correct one? It is not repairs. It is repair. Yes will not be there. It is simply a house is beyond repair, not repairs. It is beyond repair, without yes, repair. If repairs is there, so that is certainly wrong. So this type of mistakes are found during conversation. Now consider about next type of sentence, sentence number 12. What is sentence number 12 here? You are a man of words who is firm determined towards the words. A person who keeps his promises, that type of person is known as man of word, not words. Man of word only, not of words. So yes will not be there. What is correct one here? He is, no, sorry, you are a man of what? Word, not words. It is always in singular number, not in plural. Man of word. Word is singular here. If words are there, so that is wrong. Now go to next one, sentence number 13. He is true to his words. Again, yes should not be there. Word will always be here in singular number. So that is only word, not of words. What will be correct one? He is true to his word, not of words. Sentence number 14. I did all my works. If we observe, it seems that this one is correct. But what is wrong here? It is not works. It is only all my work, not all my works. This should be, work should be in singular number. What will be correct one? I did all my work, not works. This is correct sentence. Now sentence number 15. I have sent a petition for casual leave. Petition is filed where? When a suit is there, a kind of case is there. That type of application is known as petition. If any ordinary application is there, so I have sent a petition. This both will be cancelled here. Since petition is meant only for filing the case, application is here. In the sense of application, I have sent an application. An application for casual leave. This one is formal letters. So I have sent an application, not a petition. I told you a petition is filed where? When cases are there which is fought in the courts. So I have sent an application for casual leave. For school purpose, it is an application, not a petition. I think you may differentiate a petition and an application. The difference between petition and application, both are different things. Petition is filed where? In courts. Application is given to schools, colleges, offices. So I have sent an application for casual leave. This is the correct one. Now go to next one. Sentence number 16. He is out of door. Out of door means out of station, not at home. So what should be correct one? He is out of, not door. It must be plural number. Out of doors. What is here? Out of doors. Out of doors is correct here. If out of door is there, it means this is wrong. Now go to sentence number 17. I have placed order for a book. Placing order. So after placing order, it should not be singular. Placing always orders, not order. Here what is written? I have placed order. Is it correct? Certainly not. What should be there? What is correct one? I have placed, not order. it should be plural of order. And what is plural of order? It is orders. Yes will also be here. I have placed orders for a book. Now see, sentence number 18. What is written here 18? He is out of spirit. Out of spirit means sad, gloomy. He is sad. Sense is here, he is sad or gloomy. Out of spirit means either sad or gloomy or melancholy. So out of spirit, spirit is noted down here in singular number. It is always out of spirits. Yes will always be there. Out of spirits, just as out of doors. Similarly here, out of spirits. It is yes should also be there, and spirit is written in plural form. Now see, sentence number 19. I am all out of sorts. Out of sorts means unwell, feeling sickness. If this type of sense is there, we generally say out of sort. Is it correct one, out of sort? So out of, it will be sorts. S-O-R-T-S. Not sort. So yes will also be here. Now you may observe, out of doors, out of spirits, out of sorts. Means after out of, always plural form is used here. So this is the correct sentence as far grammatical criteria are concerned, grammatically evaluated. So this sentence is correct one. Now go to next one, sentence number 20. I am a man of parts. Man of, it is not part, it is always parts. Man of parts, not part. What meaning of this sentence is there? Suppose a person is there, extraordinary, talented in multiple field of knowledge. So such person is called man of parts. Man of parts means a person who is skillful in multiple of the field of knowledge, all-rounder. Such type of person is known as man of parts. So it is not man of part, it is man of parts. Other bunch of sentences are also there from 21 to 40. So we have to discuss those sentences also one by one. Now let us consider about sentence number 21. You may observe here. What is sentence number 21? Observe. It is here. He applied himself to study. Generally we note down what after to the first form of the verb. But here we have to write here plural form of this one. So what will be there? He applied himself to studies. This one is preposition after applied. Which preposition is used here? It is to. To is the present object. So what will be here? Not study, it will be studies. D-I-E-S. Generally, as a transitive verb, we generally use after to what? Study, first form of the verb. But this to indicates preposition which is followed by applied. Applied, if applied word is there, so to will be there. So this to is concerned to this one. This one is not meant for transitive verb. So he applied himself to studies, not to study. This is correct sentence. Now go to sentence number 22. I am resting in the shadow of a tree. Is it a correct one? Shadow. Shadow is a kind of image. So here shadow will not be used. It is always shade of a tree, not shadow of a tree. It is not reflection here. It is shadow. S-H-A, shade. So this will be shade. Shade means under the shade of a tree. S-H-A-D-E, not shadow. It is shade of a tree, not shadow of a tree. So I am resting where? In the shade of a tree. Shadow word is wrong one. What will be there? Correct one. Shade of a tree. Similarly, go to sentence number 23. What is sentence number 23? There is no place on this earth. Generally in coaches, when we are traveling from one place to another by the means of train, we go in coaches, and generally people say that there is no place on this earth. That is wrong word. There is no place. Place will be wrong one here. There is no room, not place. It is there is no room. Room will be there, not a place. There is no room on this earth. So I think you will not do such type of mistakes by saying that there is no place on this earth. I hope you will use correct form. And what is correct form? Correct sentence. There is no room on this earth. Place is not used. It is in the place of place. What do we use? It is room here. There is no room on this earth. This is the correct one. Now see sentence number 24. I have no rupees. Generally the people while talking one another, they converse like that. I have no rupees. Units are not used here. Rupee is the unit of or currency of what? Money. So in the place of rupee, what should be there? Money. I have no money. If someone says that I have no rupees, so that is a wrong sentence. What is correct one? In the place of rupees, it must be there I have no money. M-O-N-E-Y. This is the correct statement. Now go to sentence number 25. When a person go on foot, it is a kind of walking. When a person goes on foot, so this is called walking. When a person used bicycle or cycle to cover the distance, so this is not a walking. Walking on foot, but riding bicycle or cycle. So in the place of walked, it should be the second form of ride. And what is second form of the ride? Ride a bicycle. So it is here, second form will be road, R-O-D-E. So this one is not walked, it is rode, R-O-D-E. He rode on his cycle. If the person was on foot, so he walked, but the person was covering the distance on his bicycle or on his cycle. So walking distance and riding bicycle, two things are there. If walking is there, to walking on foot. If riding is there, to riding of the bicycle. Since bicycle is used here to cover the distance, it will be riding on his bicycle. The second form of ride is rode. He rode on his cycle. This is the correct sentence. I think you will avoid such type of mistakes. Now go to next one. This one is sentence number 26. My salary is rupees 40,000 per month. Generally, the people say, generally in certificates, I have found writing such type of sentence. It is not the fault of the person. It is the fault that such type of sentences were not taught. Which one is correct for application here? Means this type of information was not given. This type of sentences were not taught to such person. That's why the person uses such type of sentences. If you are writing here per, the month will not be there. In the place of month, it will be mensem. In the place of per, after per, month will not there. It will be mensem. Per mensem, not month. It can be corrected by two ways. Month will be cancelled. In the place of month, what will be there? Mensem. This is correct. Mensem is correct here. If month is there, that is wrong one. Per, not per month. It is per mensem. Suppose you are avoiding per and mensem. The second way is also there. Suppose you are writing per, not mensem. You want to remove both words per and mensem. Both will be removed here. In the place of per, if you recollect, article, correct use of article, so article will be used. In the place of per, what will be there? It will be a. A represents per. A and mensem will be cancelled here. In the place of mensem, what will be there? Month. This is correct sentence. See once again. Either say my salary is rupees 40,000 a month, or second way is there. In the place of a, we can note down per, and in the place of month, we have to note down mensem. It will be per mensem, or my salary is rupees 40,000 per mensem, or my salary is rupees 40,000 a month. A indicates here per. Month means months, containing 28, 29, 28, 29, 30 or 31 days. Rate is given here. So rate can be denoted by article o/n. So it indicates the value, it indicates the meaning of per, and it is month, so per month. But if you write per month, so that is wrong one. In the place of a, if you are writing per, it will be per mensem or a month. Both are correct, either a month or per mensem. Now see sentence number 27. Same thing, my salary is rupees 4,80,000 here per year. Per year, year will not be noted down. It will be per annum. What is there? Not year. It is per annum. If you are writing article a, it will be a and then it will be year. Either say a year or per annum. Both are correct. Per year is wrong one. Either a year or per annum. Per year is wrong one. Either it is correct to write a year or per annum. This is the correct one. Now see sentence number 28. Please credit this amount to my name. This is a wrong sentence. Not to name. The amount is always credited into account, not to name. Into account. In the place of name, what should be there? It is account. ACCOUNT. This is correct one. So what will be correct one? Please credit this amount to my account, not to my name. Name is wrong one here. To my account. Amount is credited into account, not to a name. So for grammatical construction, the sentence is correct when in the place of name what should be there? Account is there. Now go to next one. When you are meeting a person, all of a sudden, if you say that goodbye Ram, I am glad to see you. You are meeting on the meeting to the person first time of the day, and you are telling goodbye. What is the meaning of goodbye here? Goodbye is told when we are separating away from one another. When we are separating ourselves from the person, then we say bye, goodbye. When we are going to close our meeting, then we say goodbye. Here we are going to meet and we are meeting the person. At the time of meeting, we do not say goodbye. What should be there? Good evening. Ram, I am glad to see you. What will be there? In the place of bye, what will be there? Good evening. Similarly, in next sentence, sentence number 3. Good night. Do you know when do we use good night? At the time of sleeping. When we are going to separate from the person or we are going to close the conversation with the person and it is night hour, only then we say good night. And here it is going to start. The conversation is going to start. At the starting time, we do not say good night. Sentence is not started with good night. Good night, sir. You are welcome. So this is the starting of the meeting, starting of the conversation. If starting of the conversation is there, it will be not good night, it is good evening. Good evening, sir. You are welcome. Now go to next, sentence number 31. The weather of this place is suits me. The weather. Do you know the difference between weather and climate? Climate is average of weather. Is weather correct here? Weather is not suitable. What is suitable? Climate. So the weather of this place suits me. That is wrong one. In the place of weather, what should be there? Climate. It is not weather. It is the climate of this place. CLIMATE. Climate of this place suits me, not of weather. If weather is there, so that is wrong one. Sentence number 32. He is devoted to gambling. What sense of gambling is there? Do you know the meaning of gambling? What type of indication is there? Is it positive sentence or negative sense? So this word is used always in negative sense. If a word is used for negative sense, so it is not devoted there. It is always addicted, because this gambling indicates negative attitude of the person. If negative attitude is there, so it is not devoted, it is addicted. So in the place of devoted, what should be there? It is addicted. What is correct sentence? He is addicted to gambling. Now go to next one. Sentence number 43. You are addicted to literature. Is literature a negative sense giving word or positive giving sense? If positive giving sense is there, so it will always be devoted. If negative sense is there, so it will be always addicted. This is the basic difference between devoted and addicted. Addicted is always used in negative sense and devoted is used for positive sense. So what will be there? Since study of literature is giving a positive sense, therefore it is not addicted, it will be devoted. It means what? What will be correct sentence? You are devoted to literature. Now see, there is lack of poverty. Lack of poverty. Lack means scarcity. So this, in the sense of poverty, it is always absence of poverty, not lack of poverty. It is absence of poverty. Lack of means lack of resources. But least poverty, to indicate least poverty, we use absence of poverty, not the lack of poverty. Lack indicates scarcity. It is used in negative sense. In positive sense, what is there? It is absence of. This is the basic difference between lack and absence of. So what will be correct sentence? There is absence of poverty. ABSENCE, absence of poverty here, not lack of poverty here. Now see, 35. It is an ancient chair. Ancient, do you know? It is used for ages. The age of chair is not of the ages. It has very short term article. So it is not correct that it is an ancient chair. Ancient time is represented. For time purpose, it is ancient. It is an article तो articles are either old or articles are new. So it is indicating previous articles, so that will be old chair, not ancient chair. So what will be correct sentence? It is an old chair, not ancient chair. Chair is either new or old. For long duration, we say that chair is old. In the place of old, ancient word will not be used. It represents ancient period of time, duration, ages, beginning ages, when history was not started. So for this chair, it is old chair or new chair. This type of sentence is used here. The most appropriate word is old chair, not ancient chair. Now go to sentence number 36. This great poem is very artful. Artful means decorated with colors, with artificial things. Artful means it is the decoration of any decorative item, that is artful, full of arts. Decorated, drawing, full of drawings. What should be correct one here? This great poem is very artistic, not artful. It will be artistic. In literal words, artful is for physical appearance and artistic means for literature purpose. Since poem is there and poem itself is a part of literature, so it will be artistic, not artful. The correct one is artistic. What is correct? The great poem is very artistic. Literal word is there, full of arts, full of styles, full of different figure of speech. So this type of indication is artistic. Now sentence number 37. I like your childish nature. Childish word is wrongly used here. In the place of childish, we have to write there childlike. I like your childlike nature, or hyphen or dash will be there between child and like, not childish. It is child dash or hyphen childlike nature. Not childish. Childish word is wrong one. What is correct one? I like your childlike nature. Generally, people say that I don't like your childish nature. So that is wrong one. It should be not childish. It should be what? Childlike nature. That is correct sentence as far grammar is concerned. Now so, sentence number 38. Shakespeare was imaginary poet. In which sense imaginary is used? One is in real way, second one is imaginary, means there is no existence of such things. But Shakespeare was existed here. He was a great dramatist and poet as well. So, not imaginary poet. It will be imaginative poet who imagines several imagery into his mind. This imaginary indicates existence and imaginative indicates his art of writing, composing literature. So what will be correct one? It is not imaginary, it is imaginative. So what is correct sentence? Shakespeare was an imaginative poet. This is the right word. Now see sentence number 39. Generally this type of mistake is done during writing the application. When you write sick application, so generally this type of mistakes are done by even literate persons. What is this one? As he is sick, he is absent. Since the person is sick, that's why he is absent. So what is written? As he is sick. Sick will not be appropriate there. In the place of sick, what should be there? Ill. I-double-L. As he is ill. As he is ill, this is the reason that he is absent. Now sentence number 40. Please grant me ill leave. If leave is there, so this will not be ill leave, it will be what? Sick leave. This will be sick leave. So in the place of ill, what will be used? It is S-I-C-K, sick. So if leave is there, it is sick leave. As he is ill, he is absent. If this type of sentence is there, cause and effect. What is cause? The person is ill. And what is effect? He is absent. And reason is here given. Please grant me what? Sick leave, not ill leave. So this will be sick leave. Always we write sick leave. In this way, we have discussed about 40 sentences. Generally during conversation, when we meet one another anywhere, we do such type of mistakes. Grammatically those sentences are not correct one. If we pay our attention on such small things, such small errors, common errors, so definitely day by day we can improve our English language as well as our composition. If language is strong, so ultimately your composition will also be strong. These are the part of grammar, and grammar is the soul of literature. So grammatically, if you are right one, it means you can compose a good piece of writing while going or writing anywhere, either it is an article or any editorial report. You can compose a good piece of writing when you are quite aware about correct use of sentences and you are in a position to remove all your common errors from time to time. I hope you understand. Thank you. Have a nice day.